welcome everyone to the Allen Power Show. It's Tuesday night. Got a great show lined up for you tonight. I got my guy, attorney Justin Camper, in the building. He's going to help us break down this Deshaun Watson lawsuit and give us the ins and outs of what's going on with this brother. And he's going to give us some legal advice or tips on what's going to be going on with that case. I got my bro Lance William in the building. What's going on, man?
What's happening? What's going on, Al?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Hey, man, last time you missed me, man, on your thing, man. So make sure when you do another thing, when you're showing people with their shirts, man, you got to get me on there, man. You missed me.
You have not sent me no picture, man. Everybody else sent me pictures, man. You ain't sent me no pic.
All right. That's my fault, then. That's my fault. My bad.
You know, I know I'm gonna put it up there for sure. So, but look, we got a great show lined up for you, man. March Madness is going on as we speak. I think it's a game going on right now, man. But we had some controversy last night with the women. I'm gonna play this clip, and I want y'all to tell me, is it a foul or a no foul? Because it was a controversial play. So I'm gonna go to this play, and then y'all tell me, is it a foul or no foul? If I need to rewind it, y'all just let me know, and then we'll make it do what it do. Here we go. I'm about to play this.
Seconds left. Harrington on the drive. Harrington forces it up. No.
Now, did y'all see the clip? Do I need to rewind it?
I seen it. I was watching it. I seen it plenty of times.
So, Justin, was you able to see it? Do I need to rewind it?
He said rewind it.
He said rewind it. That brother's on mute. You got to take yourself off mute, brother. We're going to rewind it. We're going to play it again. And let's see what happens. So.
He's no good. Timeout Baylor. 6 seconds left.
Here's the play.
Harrington on the drive. Harrington forces it up.
Like
no. Rebound UConn.
Contact.
So.
It was a no call. Lance, what was your thoughts when you seen it?
She got fouled by two people. It was definitely a foul, man. But you know, that's UConn, man. They gotta have it's the UConn thing, man. That was a foul, bro.
Why didn't you think it got called?
Because it's UConn. It's the Huskies, man.
So you saying strictly UConn. What about the argument that a lot of times in late games they swallow the whistle, they try to let the players determine the game. They don't want the officials to have an input in the game. Does that have anything to do with it?
That's gonna be their excuse, bro. But that's a foul all day long. 10 times out of 10, that's a foul. You can't swallow your whistle when they hacked her. I could see if it was like a touchy foul. They hacked her. 2 of them fouled her, bro. That's a foul.
Justin, did you? I know you. Did you see the play? Was it a foul in your book?
Yeah, I don't think it was a foul.
There you go.
What?
I don't think it was a foul. Why do you say that?
I mean, they had their hands up. It seemed like she was kind of jerking a little bit on her own, just trying to make the shot. If they called it, I wouldn't have been too mad. But it kind of seemed like she was jerking on her own, so I wouldn't say that was a foul.
Andre Armstrong says no foul, hands up. And Dixon Lawrence said every day, all day, it was a foul.
Hey, they got other angles of that, Al, from the side, bro. You clearly see the girl came with her arms down. She didn't even keep her arms straight up. She came down with her arms. That's a foul.
That's what I was gonna say. So she had her hands up, but it wasn't straight up.
Exactly.
A little bit. So that I think that's what makes it a foul. But we've seen plenty of plays in the NBA and basketball in general where the referees was what we seen in NFL when they blew that call with the Rams and Saints a few years back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
My thing is, I don't know, Lance. Do you know if it's challenges in the NCAA? Are they able to challenge calls? Because that should have been a challengeable play.
Right. I don't know, man. I don't know if that's challengeable, but you know what though? I don't think that they should be able to challenge something like that though, because then the game will be taken over by referees. You know what I'm saying? In that situation, now had they called the foul, then I say it could have been challengeable, but I don't think that they should be able to go back and say, you know what I'm saying? I don't like that in basketball. No, I don't think they should have been able to do it. But in the women's, I don't know the rules. I don't know if they can challenge that or not.
I'm shocked because you said it was a foul, but you don't want to have them challenge it. So you just like it was a foul, but they missed it, so let's let it go.
I mean, that's what it is. Yeah, that's part of the game. You know what I'm saying? That's part of the game. That's like balls and strikes, right? In baseball, you can't really, you know what I'm saying? The referees or the umpires are part of the game, so they made a bad call.
One more time for the people that just joined. We're gonna play it one more time. And I wish I had some different angles, but I don't. So
timeout Baylor. 6 seconds
here
left.
go. Here's the play.
Harrington on the drive. Harrington forces it up.
She failed. I think which also helped out her case that it looked more like a foul as well with the fall down. But once again, no call.
LeBron falls down all the time though.
LeBron said it was a foul too.
Anybody that watch basketball, man, know that's a foul, man. If you played, that's a foul all day long. You wouldn't, if you was her, you'd be calling for a foul.
Right. So UConn goes to their 13th Final Four, man.
That's insane.
It is. I'm always rooting against them, man. I don't like them. But March Madness is going on right now, man. Let me look at some of these scores because these games is going to be determine the Final Four. UConn and Gonzaga's at halftime. Gonzaga's up 49-30 against USC, and then it's a game. The women's Texas and South Carolina.
Yeah.
But it's another game for the men's as well, and that's going to be UCLA and Michigan, and those will determine the Final Four. So we got some games going on right now.
Hey, I don't know if it's my end, but it's an error. I can barely hear you. Is that just me?
Well, let me do this. Let me see if I can put on some headphones, and maybe that'll help. Let me see what happens. See if that works out. Sometimes
it's like you're really delayed.
Okay, that might be your phone, brother, because you know.
I don't know if it's just me.
Yeah, it might be you. Lance, how we sounding over there?
Nah, you good. I think it's him because he a little delayed.
Yeah. I think it's him for sure.
The headphones didn't make a difference, man. If you was comfortable without them, you could take them back. It was the same thing. It didn't matter.
Can you hear me without them?
Yeah, I can hear you without them. The same.
Turn them off. Yeah, he done dipped out on us, man. He on the road. Ain't no telling what areas he in. But,
right.
Maybe he'll join back in a minute. But moving on, man, because we got games going on. We'll keep the games going on. But we had
hey, before you go on, man, I just got a alert on my phone, man. We need to say a prayer, man. One of the refs in the Gonzaga game passed out in the game, man. They had to take him out on the stretcher.
Wow.
Yeah, it just came up on my phone, man. So we was just talking about refs in the games. I don't know how that's going to affect the game, but yeah, they had to take one of the refs. He collapsed during the game.
Wow. So great. That's some news.
Yeah.
That's collapsed. Man. So let me ask you this: a referee just collapsed. Do you think that the game would keep going, or do you think they would shut the game down for something like that?
Nah, they gonna keep going. They can do a game with two refs. It's been done before. I don't know the severity of the ref, and I don't want to be, insensitive to the situation, but they can keep going though.
Right. Okay. Man, that's tough, man. That's tough. So hopefully that ref is okay. But
Right.
we gonna move on, man. We had some big moves, some big moves in the NBA, man. It's just a few that I want to talk about because it was a whole bunch of no names as well. But
Right.
we had some big moves, man. And I want to hear your opinion on these names that we got coming up. The latest one was the Andre Drummond move. He's now a LA Laker. Um, I heard a lot of people say that this is going to guarantee them the West title. Our guy Joe Robinson said, but he's going to be a non-factor because he's not a good free throw shooter, and in today's game, his game doesn't translate. What do you say to that?
He will be a factor. He won't solve their problem with the Nets. You know what I mean? So the Nets they not trying to go down low with him anyway. You know what I mean? They shooting jump shots, so he's not gonna solve their problem they're gonna have if they even make it to the Nets. I think the Clippers still got a chance, and I like what Denver did with Aaron Gordon. Man, that was a nice move for them.
Right. Mike Miller said, "Let's go Royals." But man, he's ready. Hey, at least he said
opening day tomorrow.
At least he said Royals this time. It's usually the Chiefs.
Oh, right. But it's opening day for baseball tomorrow, so he wanna get that out the way. But hey, he already know the White Sox running that division, man. They ain't on nothing.
I think we got Jay Camden found somewhere to sit down, man. So you back, brother? You okay? Let me see. You got to unmute yourself, brother.
Yeah, my apologies. Yeah, I was doing a lot today, and yeah, I was on the road, but I'm good now.
Yeah, man, you tried to make it seem like we was bogus up here. I done made some adjustments on my end because we didn't have some struggles with technology. I done made some adjustments, and you tried to make it seem like it was us again.
Yeah, my apologies. My apologies to all the Allen Power fans out there.
So
You
look,
all good, bro.
we talking about Andre Drummond, but before we talk about that, I want to go back for a second back to the March Madness because after that game, the coach from Baylor said that it should be no more COVID testing for the Final Four. It should be strictly focused on basketball. I thought that was very interesting that she said that. Justin, what do you think about her saying you shouldn't even test no more? Let the focus be strictly on basketball. No more testing for the Final Four because it's the Final Four.
I mean, I don't think it's wise. We are technically still in a pandemic. You know, I don't think it's wise. I mean, a lot of people have died from COVID. It spreads very easily. I don't think we should be living in fear and just hiding in our houses either. But I do think that's very foolish, especially if you can afford it and there's no real true hindrances. You got to focus on COVID. You got to make sure that people are protected. That's the only way we're going to be able to move forward. So I think it's extremely foolish and careless.
Lance, what you think about them comments, man?
Man, have you heard about what they be doing down in Texas, man? It's wide open, man. They tripping, man. They think it's over with. But yeah, man, she tripping. She can't say something like that, man. I mean, I understand, basketball is her livelihood and her passion, but like you said, man, we still in the pandemic, man. There's people dying. We can't just be reckless like that out here.
My thing is, she sounds like she's working for she's part of the committee or something. Like that's them talking like that. Like they
Right.
We had people straight die from COVID, and about none of that. Like let's just focus straight on basketball. What about somebody dying?
Right.
It makes it seem like she's just like, oh, we'll deal with the consequences after the fact, after we finish the Final Four.
Crazy.
I didn't understand that, but I just had to ask that, man, because I just felt like that was a weird comment that she made, and she lost, and then to add on to the foolishness, she said something like that. But back to the NBA, man. So we had Andre Drummond moved to the Lakers. Justin, I don't know how big you are in the NBA arena, but we have some NBA transactions.
Right.
Andre Drummond to the Lakers. Any thoughts?
I actually really like Andre Drummond. To me, he's one of the top centers in the league. To be
He is.
honest, uh, excellent rebounder. I mean, I would say let's not talk about the defense. Let's not talk about the scoring ability. Let's just focus on the fact that this guy knows how to rebound, and he's rebounding for one of the best scorers in the league. Two of the best scorers in the league. So I mean, that's a solid team when everyone's healthy.
So he is a great. I think he's leading the league in rebound, and haven't even played in a while because Cleveland just sat him down, so he hasn't played in a while. But he's young. Um, Joe made a good point. My guy Joe made a good point, but I'm still worried about his rebounding skills, man. We saw what Tristan Thompson can do back with Cleveland. The
That's a good
impact
example.
that he can make on a game. So you put Andre Drummond in that role, who's a better rebounder,
Right.
better center. I'm still fearing that move. Lance, how do you feel about that? Do you still fear him or no?
Nah. He definitely one of the best centers in the game. He gonna do what he do when he get out there. He should be feared, but it's gonna be they styles are opposite, man. Like I think everybody needs to just be looking at not everybody, but it's everybody thinking Brooklyn coming out the East, right? Do you think anybody could beat Brooklyn out the East?
I think Philly has a small chance, but not a big chance.
Okay, so let's just say Brooklyn come out the East, like everybody thinking, right? Drummond not gonna help them, man. That's not gonna help them with Brooklyn. They need another shooter, another spot up shooter. That's what they need. He not gonna hurt them though. Don't get me wrong. I would take him. I wouldn't turn him down. I would have went and got him too. But they need a shooter to beat Brooklyn.
What about his free throw problem? Like, what if they go to Hack a Shack? And what, how they gonna figure that out?
I don't know. That's
But
gonna be interesting.
they have LeBron on their team. I mean, the
He
league.
can't shoot free throws for him.
But the refs, LeBron's gonna find a way to get the ball in his hands to get fouled. It's not gonna
Brother's
be.
more of a free throw shooter, and that's one of the problems they're gonna have to worry about. Another move that was made, man, LaMarcus Aldridge to the Nets, um, to to give them some more depth. Vance, is he gonna play a factor, man, with Brooklyn? What can he offer? Because he got San Antonio told him go home. They sat him down. He's a little longer than two, a little older. What does LaMarcus have left in the tank?
I don't know what he got left though. If he got a shadow of what he used to be, he could definitely help him be a spot up shooter. You know what I'm saying? He got a skill set for a big man. I don't know though. Like seemed like he wasn't motivated to be in San Antonio no more, so he wasn't really doing too much down there. But I thought the same thing about Blake Griffin. I hadn't seen him dunk all year. Now he catching oops and everything, so he might be rejuvenated up there. I don't know.
I was gonna try to get that clip too, man, because that was off the chain. That was off the chain. The fact that he
Yeah.
hasn't dunked in 2 years, and all of a sudden, as soon as he go to Brooklyn, that brother dunks the basketball out of nowhere.
And then he said something to the Detroit bench after that too.
Right, right. Justin, what do you think about the LaMarcus Aldridge move?
I like Lamar Archer. I think he's a solid player. I don't know if he will fit well with the Nets. He seems like the Nets seem like more of like a fast paced type team. And he seems, more of a spur, like fundamentals,
Right.
give him the ball in the corner. They're more of a, hey, get the ball, catch and shoot. So I don't know if that was I mean, I don't know how his defense is, but I don't know if that was a really good move.
I know he's a statue. He's older. Brooklyn is faster, but I think because he's going to be coming off the bench, he's not going to have to worry about that too much. He's going to come in, give him a few minutes here and there, and possibly a spark, and that's going to be that. His playoff experience going to play a role. I think it can. I don't think it can hurt if he started getting uh, picked on the defensive end. They'll take him out real quick. So we gonna see. I said after these moves, I said let the games begin because Brooklyn, LA made some moves, but I also want to talk about this move because we all know about playoff Rondo.
Lay
Lay
off.
off Ronda.
Now a Clipper. I wanted him to go to the Clippers in the offseason, but they eventually got him. I didn't want them to have to get him the way they got him, but it's better to get him than not have him at all. So they had to give up Lou Will in the deal. I guess they didn't want to pay him that $15 million in the offseason. Instead, they was able to swap salaries with Lou Will. Where does this put the Clippers in the Western Conference, Lance? Where do they put them at?
Man, they in the mix. That's actually what they was missing. It seemed like Pat Bev ain't too good on the offensive end. Man, like you said, playoff Rondo, man, he get it done. He know how to put everybody in a position they supposed to be in. And I like it. It make them dangerous, real dangerous. Real dangerous. Paul George can get off the ball now and just be the wing that he is instead of handling it so much. I like it.
Justin, what you think about Rondo?
Yeah, I think it was a very smart move on their end. He was that he is that leadership that the Clippers need. However, Rondo's personality doesn't fit well with everybody. We have to make sure that we think about that as well. So, you think about the the Celtics back in the day with Rondo and the championship team, they had a synergy. They liked each other. Right. They had the same level of competitiveness. And, Paul George and, they kind of, I don't know. They're not competitive enough, like Rondo's competitiveness, so they got to get to his level or they're going to not work out.
Lance, like you want to respond to that?
Yeah, I agree with that aspect, but Rondo at this point in his career, he gonna demand respect wherever he go, right? So they brought him in for a reason, and Paul George really shouldn't have nothing to say after the playoffs he had. You know what I mean? Kawhi don't talk at all. So other than that, he's gonna be the leader of that team, man, and they all gonna respect him because he done won multiple times in multiple places. Especially after what he did last year in the playoffs, he proved he still got it. So he gonna do all right. He gonna do just fine.
That's interesting. What you said, Justin. I think you're looking at the Clippers because they don't have a bunch of rah guys like Boston had. You had KG, crazy self, headbutting the head post and doing his antics. Then Paul Pierce trash talking, So you had more vocal leaders over there. But I think Rondo is going to be that vocal leader that they need when stuff gets shaky, and because he got the championship pedigree, he got cachet to speak, and they're gonna have to listen, and he's not no random guy just talking.
Right.
I think it's good because when they was up 3-1 last year against Denver, and it just seemed like they didn't know how to close. I think Rondo is definitely going to help out with closing the game and closing the series. So playoff Rondo, if he still got some left, he's going to be real big for them. And last but not least, man, I want to talk about our Bulls, man. We got an area, man. So we got us I think this was probably, as far as names go, he was probably the biggest name who's like in their prime. Everybody else is like buyouts, and older players, but he's an all-star, and the Bulls was able to get him for Otto Porter, another guy, I think 2 first-round draft picks. Now, the 2 first-round draft picks, I was like, but at the same time, it ain't like they picked some Derrick Rose in the last few years, and so they ain't really hit on him. So I'm okay with it, but Lance, man, How you feeling about this move? We got 2 All-Stars on the team now. How you feel about it?
We need him. We need Zach needs some help. You know what I'm saying? Definitely gonna help. He can do pick and pop. He can go rebound when he wants to, man. It's good. Now we need a veteran point guard, man. That's all we need. I think Kobe White is more of a 6-man. Come off the bench and score. I don't think he's a facilitator for the team like that. You know what I mean? He can get his buckets when he get hot. He can help you, but when he not, he hurts you. So I think we need to go get us a point guard. And with him and Zach, Pat look like he coming around. You know what I'm saying? We might be all right.
They look like they're on the move. Justin, I feel like that they're trying to turn the Bulls into the Denver Nuggets. You know, the Bulls GM came from Denver. You know, he drafted Jokic, you know, Jamal Murray and all of them guys over there. And I just feel like the one bad part of Denver's team is their defense. And as much as I love Vucevic scoring and Zach scoring, only few people that play defense on the Bulls right now. I think Patrick Williams plays defense, and that's about it.
That's gonna come from coaching, though. That's not gonna come from upstairs. Defense gonna come from the coaching.
So you believe Billy Donovan can get them to play defense?
I didn't say that. I like Billy Donovan, though. I don't know if they even got defense in them. The names you just named, like you said, nobody on the Bulls really know defensive players, but it's an effort though. And the NBA don't play too much defense no more anyway.
Yeah.
This is how I feel. It's trash.
Whoa.
What?
Because I am a true Bulls fan. Okay. I grew up in the 90s. We want the Bulls to be a championship caliber team. We tired of these playoff Bulls. We tired of it. Okay, you make it to the playoffs. That's celebration that they make it to the playoffs. We tired of that.
How do you get back then? What is Justin's method to getting back to the glory days?
They need some superstar caliber talent. Okay, you know that they can had to build around. You know, I don't know, make trades. I don't know. They need to just wash out the whole freaking team and really focus on talent, building talent. If you're gonna go the route of, hey, we want to focus on young talent, then focus on that young talent. And don't divvy from that path. If you don't want to go from that, if you don't want to go the young talent route, then you need to wash out the team, get some money, get some superstars, retire this dried up wash Bulls. It's not fun. It's not fun to watch. Get some real superstars so we can actually be interested in watching the games.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. Both of us say wow because number one, they're trying. This is a big market city.
You've been trying for 20 years. Stop trying and do it.
Exactly. That's why they made this move because they're actually trying to get better. And the way you talking, we'll be rebuilding for another 10 years.
He looking for the next Michael Jordan or Derrick Rose. It ain't. We got Zach, man. That's the man we building around.
Okay, but if the Brooklyn Nets can have the team that they have, the Bulls can have a team that have them. How are they not the same, bro?
Because those guys, first of all, you got to have somebody here for those guys to want to come and play with it. If it's nobody here, those guys not just going to come to Chicago. All right, so.
But they started off with the Nets used to suck, right? They started off with terrible record, terrible playing, and they made some moves. They got KD. Then they got.
KD wanted to come there.
Yeah.
Find somebody that wants to come to the Bulls. You telling me that no superstar wants to come play for the luxurious Bulls?
No superstar. It's not that same Bulls no more. You might as well get that out of your head.
No, but it has a reputation. That's the reputation.
If you had a choice to where you would want to go, you would probably go to LA or something like that. Miami.
No, I wouldn't. I would play for my hometown.
If you had a chance to live in Los Angeles or Miami, you wouldn't pick Chicago. And I'm from Chicago. I'm a Bulls fan. You're not gonna pick Chicago.
Why not?
Nobody picked Chicago even when Jordan was here. Jordan got drafted.
Right.
Scotty.
Right.
Dennis, I think in a trade with San Antonio, nobody chose Chicago. They drafted. So it's been going on for years.
So you saying Brooklyn is better than Chicago?
It's a culture in Brooklyn, man. It's all new up there. They changing.
And Chicago has no culture. What do you mean? We are diehard fans.
No, they don't. I'm a diehard Bulls fan. I'm on a season ticket package. I'm going to watch them all next year. It's not the same. It's not the same thing, bro.
But it's because there's no superstars here. It's because they have terrible management.
You have to start
Zach is a six man.
What?
Justin, what I'm telling you is
he's only an all-star because he's on a terrible team.
But listen, name one person who's chose Chicago. Have you seen anybody choose Chicago?
Dwayne Wade chose Chicago.
Oh, that was a farewell tour, man.
He said what? It don't matter. He chose Chicago. Now, if Chicago had made some strategic moves before when his prime, who knows? This man might have would have left because
they tried to get LeBron. He
stop trying. Stop trying and execute. They need to fire management. They need to get some better owners.
This is new management. You can't replace an owner. Owner has to sell his team.
I'm just saying the way that the Bulls have been managed for the last whatever, it's been terrible, and we need better management. At least get a great coach that might attract great players.
This ain't college, bro. This ain't college. It don't work like that. A coach not going to attract players, bro. This is not college.
Man. These
coaches attract players. Come on now.
These people just got in the office. You want to fire them already?
Well, I'm not really talking about them, but what I'm saying is about the move. Okay, it's a good move. It's but it's nothing to get excited about. What are we gonna do? We're gonna make it to the playoffs, and then we're gonna lose first round. Oh, okay, great. We're tired of that.
We might not even make the playoffs this year.
and we're tired of that. We want something different. If I'm the owner, I'm looking at management. I'm looking at how can I make some power moves. Okay, if I'm gonna go the long-term route, then I'm not gonna give up my draft picks because I'm going long-term, and I want the best young talent coming in that I can build on.
These guys not old though. They're not old. Zach is how old, man? 24, 25.
Yeah, about 25.
He's young, man. He's still young. Vucevic is
he's not a superstar. He's not a superstar. He's not a superstar.
Those don't grow on trees, Justin.
Right.
But somehow the Nets got it. Somehow the Nets figured it out. Whatever they did, they got it. How long has the Bulls been terrible? Can you tell me that?
Actually, the Bulls was on the brink. If Derrick Rose didn't get hurt, man, the Bulls might have did something.
And we've been saying that same SAG song for how long?
Building is tough.
I hope the Bulls can hire you as a GM so you can run the team, so we can see what.
I would do a better job than some of these people.
What's your sales pitch, man? What's your sales pitch? What's gonna get guys to come to Chicago?
Yeah,
Chicago is a great city. It's a great franchise. Are you kidding me?
Compared to Miami and the Lakers, you would choose Chicago.
That's two teams. That's okay.
Hold on, I want to play this out real quick. All right, so you got free agent Lance coming to your building. You have to woo him. You got me. I'm a free agent. You got two superstars. You got the sway over to Chicago. Okay, me and Lance walks in the room. How you doing? Why should we come to your city?
First of all, this is the luxurious franchise. Chicago has a luxurious franchise. And because I am the new owner, we are focusing on championship. We're trying to build a championship caliber team. And we're going to surround you with the right pieces, with the right coaches to make sure that you win championships. If you don't want to win championships, then go to the Phoenix Suns. But if you want to win championships, come to the Chicago Bulls. And I will make good on my promise.
Where your rings at?
In the 90s.
What do you mean?
25 years ago.
We ran a decade. What do you mean?
25 years ago. This ain't the same Bulls, bro. That's not going to do it for me. And I'm from Chicago, and I'm a diehard Bulls fan. I'm not coming here for that.
Lance, you're a free agent. Based on his presentation, are you coming to Chicago?
No, I'm going to Miami or LA. No doubt about
But
it. I'm out of
if
here.
Miami or LA don't want you, okay, then what else do you want? What if Miami has a sucky team? You still going to Miami? No. You want
Miami
a
got Pat
championship.
Riley, bro. Miami got Pat Riley. They trying to win championships every year.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Let's say
Put on the table too and show you.
You're right.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, okay, let's say Miami is terrible, right? Or LA is terrible. You still going to LA?
Long. It won't last long. When you see them terrible, they right back in a year or two. It never takes long.
But and then that's two teams. What about all the other teams in the NBA? What about the superstars that are on other squads? Why aren't we going after them? They somehow chose Philly. They somehow chose the Suns. They somehow
drafted those dudes. Philly drafted those dudes. The Suns drafted those dudes. Chris Paul is the only free agent that went somewhere. They drafted those guys.
And they stayed.
I think it's harder than what you think, Justin. I think it's harder than what you think.
I'm not saying it's easy, but it's like the job has to get done. If you went to work every day and you weren't producing your job, you don't say, well, I'm trying. For 20 years, I'm trying. You get fired.
They got rid of management. You can't get rid of the owner. I agree with you with the owner. He don't care about nothing but money. He said it a long time ago. He's a baseball guy. You know what I mean? He care about his White Sox. That's all he care about. So he's definitely in it for the money. But you can't replace the owner. There's nothing we can do about that. So they replaced the management, front office, and they trying. It's their first attempt at something. Nobody has got an all-star here, like Al said. Nobody has brought in a guy in their prime that's under 30 years old. We got Paul Gasol, Carlos Boozer, Ben Wallace. Them dudes was all old when they came here. We ain't got nobody in their prime. They got traded here, man. I'm liking it. This is the first time I seen them try something. I'm not saying it's gonna work, but I like the effort.
So,
yeah, and I'm just tired of effort, but I do appreciate the fact that they are trying. But I want to see more power moves. I want to be talking about the Bulls being a championship contender, not a playoff contender.
You got to go apply for their GM role, man, so you can make this happen for us. Before we get into my just in case segment, I got one more story I want to get to, and I know everybody been talking about the little Nas X, but Trevor Lawrence had some words, and he said he is not a fan. He is not a fan of the shoe that Lil Nas put out. Lil Nas X, the Satan shoe. As you can see, he got the 666 on the side of him. Then he got a scripture, Luke 10:18 on the other side. It's a Nike shoe, but I found out that Nike is actually suing him because they want no parts of what he put out. And Trevor Lawrence is also not a fan. I don't know if y'all seen the video or all the everything that's going on, but what do you think? First of all, Trevor Lawrence making his comments, and then what is your own opinion about the shoe?
Well, my thing is this, so I hear it echo. I'm sorry about that. But but my thing is this, granted, I'm a Christian, don't endorse Satan, and I think it's wrong. However, I do think, though, we as a society, we do have to be careful how we censor people, because we don't want people just to be censored simply based off the fact that we don't like it. Everybody has a right and a freedom to say what they want to say, but we have the right to disagree. So I see a lot of people that's trying to censor him and stop him and don't do that, but not really logically breaking it down why he shouldn't be promoting Satan, why he should be promoting God.
Go ahead, Lance.
I'm not really big into religion, but I'm not a fan of Lil Nas X for so many reasons on top of this. All right. Come on, bro. But how did he get so many pair of shoes though? Right. I didn't follow the story closely. I just got like tad pieces of it, but he got like a whole lot of shoes though. Like Nike had to know something. How did he get this many pair of shoes?
Well, I know he got some money, and but like Nike wasn't a part of this deal. You can buy shoes and doctor them up the way you want to do it.
Right. Yeah.
So he got somebody to do this for him. Nike wasn't a part of this.
Right. It was a
they not even that call anyway to me. But okay.
It was a company. I think it's called Mischief, the company that did the shoes.
Yeah, so he got a company to do it. But I'll say this. I saw the video, and I see the shoe, and I'm like this. I didn't automatically look at it as, a lot of people going at him like, man, he promoting Satan. He's blatantly out here. I looked at this dude age. He's 21 years old. He's a baby. I actually felt sorry for him. The fact that, because I look at it as he's doing the most extreme stuff to get the most attention. I didn't look at it like, oh man, Satan got a hold of him or he's promoting this. I look at it as, what's the most outrageous thing I can do to garner the most attention? Let me make a video with Satan in it, act like it's the Garden of Eden, do all of this stuff, give Satan a lap dance, and it was just outrageous. And then,
I didn't even see all of that. I missed all of that.
Yeah, all of that.
Okay, I'm gonna have to go look and see.
Yeah, you check that video out, bro. It's crazy. But I look at his age, he's 21 years old, and it's like he just out there, man, trying to me get attention. That's what I thought of. Mike Miller says no, sir. And with the shoe, then I think he tried to come back and make another shoe with Chick-fil-A on it with another scripture. And actually, the scripture Luke 10:18 talks about Satan falling from the sky. So he got a lot going on, man. I think the best thing people can do for him is actually pray for him instead of just trying to railroad him. Because when I remember, and I know you know this, Justin. Dr. C always say, what's the easiest way to get a child or somebody to do something? Tell them they can't do it.
Right.
So everything that people are saying against him, he's doing the exact opposite. And it's like it's on purpose. So for everybody who's like just out there trying to condemn that brother, man, just remember that he's only 21 years old. I look at him as a baby, to be honest. And he probably got somebody in his ear, telling him what to do, how to do it, to do all of that stuff. But I just, I felt like the story was so big, it trickled over into the sports world where people are in the sports world even commenting on it. And I just thought that was great. With that being said, man, let's get into the segment Just in Case with our attorney, Justin Camper. Last week we talked about Deshaun Watson and the lawsuits that's coming. The number, I believe, latest I heard was up to 19. It was reports that was saying that he was communicating with these people, trying to settle, deleting Instagram messages, but the lawyer refuted that, said that is not true. You made some comments on the last show, Justin. And what are your thoughts about this case as we're going with right
now? Innocent until proven guilty. Now, I know in the court of public opinion, he's guilty. But I think that everyone deserves a fair trial. Everyone deserves to have a non-biased person look at their evidence and to choose whether this person is guilty or not. Just because there's a lot of people saying something, that doesn't necessarily mean it's true. People lie all the time. They have great incentive to lie because they might get paid or whatever. This guy was about to make a major deal in the NFL, and then all this stuff comes up. So, I think that, from one angle, we have to stop being so quick to judge someone. Now, number two, my second point is that just because someone settles, that doesn't mean they're guilty. And I hear this a lot. And I guess it's my legal tip. Like, stop thinking just because people settle, that means that person is guilty. People settle for a ton of different reasons. Maybe they just don't want to go to court. Maybe they don't want the bad publicity. You know, maybe they just feel bad for the person and say, you know what, let me just give them something. You know, I mean, I've had cases all the time where the client had nothing, but because they felt bad for him and they fought for it and they didn't feel like paying attorney fees, they say, you know what, we're going to give them something just to shut this client up, right? So the mere fact that he may have offered money to settle the case doesn't make him guilty. And I wish people would stop thinking that. It's a lot of reasons why people settle, and settlement doesn't always mean guilty.
Lance, let me ask you this: as you follow this story, and I want you to answer too, Justin, after Lance. As the number increases, does the number scare you? The amount of women that's coming forward saying these allegations.
Yeah, it does. You know, we in the Me Too era right now, so. But I feel like, man, I feel like he's being set up. That's just my personal opinion, though. Like, I don't have all the facts, but like he said, though, it's a lot going on with him right now. He want to get out of Houston, contract, you know, big money, this and that, man. And I can't see that, man. I can't see that, man. And then if he was doing this, some of those people saying that it happened multiple times. If somebody did something to you sexually wrong, you would not go back again. You know what I mean? Like, that just don't make sense to me, man. I think that owner from the Texans has something to do with this. His money is a lot more powerful than Deshaun Watson's money, right? And I think that he got something to do with this, man. And if he do, I think he needs to be prosecuted, to tell you the truth, man. Because somebody else, if he didn't do this and they find out he didn't do it, somebody needs to go down for this, man.
Right.
I agree. Justin, as a lawyer, when you see the numbers keep increasing, what goes through your mind?
It's not looking good. It's definitely not looking good. But that don't mean you stop fighting. You know, I think that, and you know, a lot of people are not gonna like this, but let's think about if he is guilty. Does he deserve to be treated how he's being treated? I mean, based off things that I've seen and heard, and I haven't heard everything, so forgive me, but a lot of stuff was like unwanted advances in that nature of just kind of like trying to do sexual things that wasn't necessarily asked for. I don't know how old this guy is. I know he's pretty young, right?
About 25, I think.
25. I mean, think about it. You have a guy with money, young age. We've all have done, I haven't done that, but we have done stupid stuff that we wouldn't want someone to come back and say, oh yeah, remember that time, Justin, you know, when you was doing X, Y, and Z when you was 20 years old at that one party. I mean, it's just like people do make mistakes. You know, can we allow this man to own up? Even if, let's say he was guilty, are we going to allow him to own up to his mistakes and move forward? Or are we going to sit here and judge this man for, now I don't know the extent, but based on what I've read, it's pretty much unwanted advances. But are we going to allow this guy to own up to his mistake and learn from it and grow and move on with his life? Or are we going to hold him accountable? And I think that if he is guilty, you know, he definitely needs to do something to hold himself accountable. But I don't think we should stay on it. I don't know the severity of it, but based on what I've read, I think we need to allow this guy to own up to it and move on if he is guilty.
When you say as the numbers increase, you said it doesn't look good. When you deal with something like this and you got that many women coming forward, what do you think the chances of him winning this case opposed to losing the case? What would you say percentage wise, Justin, how this is going to play out?
Well, you know, it depends on a lot of different things. I don't know if this is a class action lawsuit or if they're filing this singly. But I would say that it doesn't affect the chance of the case if they're filing it, you know, one by one. But if they're doing a class action, then it could affect each other. It could hurt him, honestly, because the things that he says in one court case, they can try to use that as evidence, in the next court case. But depending on the things that he says. I personally think that it's definitely not great. I would say that you say his percentage of winning, like how does it affect his percentage of winning?
Yeah, like like as the numbers keep going up, like I know you said it's not looking good, but like if you was to put a percentage on it, I
Like, what's
would
the
say,
chances of him prevailing? But I guess I'm trying not to think about it technically because I'm like, okay, what case or but I would just say overall, it's definitely looking bad. I would say he got about a 40% chance of winning at this point because it keeps going up. It's a lot of hearsay, it's a lot of he say, she say. It's not like a one incident where we can go and there's a lot of evidence and it recently happened. This is over years worth of stuff, right? And people are talking about he did this. Like, how can you prove that someone didn't do something really? So it's. I think I say about 40% chance of winning at this
Lance,
point.
okay, Lance, if it does come out that he did something or he settles, how many games do you think he's going to get suspended?
They're gonna give him at least 8. They're gonna give him half a season at least. But he ain't in no like the district attorney or the state's attorney ain't picked up no case. This is all like is it a civil suit or whatever?
Yeah, right.
They bought the case. They haven't found enough evidence to charge him with anything.
Right.
So like, why are we even going back and forth about this? Like, this is they word against his, and like I'm telling you, it just seems to me like this dude has paid a bunch of people to come up with a story and say,
right.
You know what I'm saying? You can easily find out where he been getting massages at, right? And unless he might have did it once or twice or 3 or 4 times, right? But that might be his MO at the same time. But if it bothered you that much, you should have came in the beginning. Don't wait for somebody else to say something, or
right.
you know what I mean? And then why did you do it again? That don't make sense to you, man. Like, it just don't. And they got Mike Vick for fighting some dogs, man. So if they saying that he messing with some women, he going down, bro. He going down if they say he mess with some women.
When you say why would you come back or why would you wait for somebody else to say, everybody, the Me Too people would say it's not as easy as you think. A lot of them say it's hard to come forward. So I think so. What do you say to that? Because I think that's a real thing, whether we know it or not. People
could be.
That's probably one of the reasons why it comes out like that.
Yeah, that could be. I don't want to say that that it is or it's not because I haven't been in that situation, so I can't speak for sure. But just me personally, I don't like it, man. But it is what it is, though, man. That's the world we live in. You got to deal with the cards that's on the table. You can't make your own game up. You know what I'm saying? You got to play with the cards you dealt. So,
yeah, I mean, I think that we have to look at, okay, what do they really gain by keep coming out? If it did happen, right? Like, what are you truly gaining besides notoriety and thank you for your, for surviving? Like, what do you truly gain? I think if that happened and you decided for whatever reason that you're not going to come forward because whatever reason, then why wouldn't you just stick to that reason? I don't understand why you jump the bandwagon. You see all these other people doing it. Oh yeah, he did do something to me back in 1999. I'm going to jump on that. Like, why? Why would you jump on that train?
Money.
And me too.
Money. It's all about money.
Right.
So
exactly.
They either want some of his money or that owner is paying them.
Exactly.
You know what gets to me is up to 19 people that I heard the latest number injured. If it is a setup, the fact that they was able to get 19 people to conjure up a story, you would think a couple of them will have some morals about like, no, I can't do this.
Right.
Get all them people to do that. Go ahead.
This one other thing I heard. I don't know if it's true or not because I don't know all the details, but I heard that lawyer and the owner are neighbors.
Oh, Busby, the lawyers for the women.
Yeah, and the owner of the Texans are neighbors. That's what I heard.
I think I
Come
heard
on,
something.
man. It's too much fishy stuff going on here, man. I don't know, man, but I don't know. I don't know what to say, man. I don't want to be insensitive to the situation and he find out he guilty and all the
Absolutely.
rest. So,
Right.
but
Absolutely.
as of right now, though, man, I can't get with it. I don't
And
believe.
but yeah, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but absolutely, I am sensitive to the fact that this does happen, that superstars do take advantage, and I think they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law if they do. However, we cannot just simply believe people just because they say something. I know that Cliff said that last week. I mean, we cannot do that as a society. People have so much incentives to lie. Like you can't just say, someone just because someone said something that we just supposed to automatically believe is true.
Yeah. Well, that's going to conclude our just in case segment. If you ever need a lawyer, Justin Camper is the guy providing services in Northwest Indiana, Chicago land. You want to give them the info if they need a lawyer for anything?
JustinCamperLaw.com. You can find everything there. JustinCamperLaw.com.
He just won a big case recently, so he's a big deal around here. So you want a lot of things. What do you specialty though for everybody? Tell the list. What's your specialty?
Yeah, I'm a business lawyer, business and trademark attorney. So I pretty much do everything you would need for a business in regards to legal work. So if you got any business ideas, you thinking about starting a business, or you got a business going, you want to make sure that it's protected legally, or you in the middle of a lawsuit and you want to actually, if you need a lawyer to fight for you, I'm your guy. Hey, appreciate that comment, AC Boys.
You got a question, Lance? Are you good?
No, I'm good. I might need his information though. I might need.
Yeah, I would love to help. JustinCamperLaw.com.
All right,
Yeah.
I'll get in touch with you. I'll get in touch with you.
Okay,
All right,
sounds good.
We're gonna do some rapid fire real quick before we get on up out of here. Let's see where I want to go. Oh, Tyson and Holyfield was in talks of doing a fight. Mike Tyson already fought Roy Jones. Evander Holyfield been calling him out. They both in their 50s. I thought it was a decent display in the first one, the Tyson and Roy Jones. I thought it was okay. I think Tyson got a thing called the Legends League or something like that. Lance, are you intrigued? Intrigued? Yes or no?
No, man. They need to stop before somebody gets seriously hurt, man. They too old. I do not care to see this. The Roy Jones, I watched it. It was all right. It was kind of entertaining, minor entertainment, but no, I would much rather watch. I'd rather watch Joshua and Fury, or you know what I'm saying. Give me some guys, and because one of them gonna get hurt, bro, and this is gonna be bad.
Hey, Holyfield says Tyson is ducking. They offer $25 million, so it's definitely some money involved in this thing.
Right?
Are you shocked that they can make $25 million at this time?
I am shocked. Mike Tyson always bought the money out though, so I guess people still intrigued by Tyson, but like nobody gonna pay $25 million to see Roy Jones and Holyfield fight. It's gonna have to be Tyson every time to get that kind of money. Right. And like he need to stop before he hurt himself or hurt somebody, man. He too old. It's over with.
Yeah, I mean, for me, you said what?
I said, Justin, are you intrigued by the Tyson Holyfield?
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. If he set that up, I'm watching. Even though it is kind of like old school type fighting, blah blah blah. But I really want some younger guys to be in. I'd rather be watching some younger guys, but this seems interesting, even if it's just to make fun of them. Like it's still fun to watch.
We watching for the Tyson knockout. We looking for the knockout. That's all we watching for. That's all everybody's watching for. Oh man, I don't want to see him kill Evander Holyfield, man. I don't want to see that. No.
What if Holyfield knocked Tyson out?
I don't want to see Tyson get killed either in the ring. It's over. We seen y'all, man. Y'all did it. It's over with, man. No. Look,
hey, we got Oscar De La Hoya jumping on the bandwagon. He's returning July 3rd. You want to see the Golden Boy, Justin? You want to see the Golden Boy?
Yeah, I mean, just for purely entertainment purposes, why not? Like, hey, I would laugh at you, like it's funny,
No,
Lance, man, you want to see this? You want to see the Golden Boy back in the ring?
no, I don't care to see him fight at all. No, stop.
I think he's worse than Tyson, man. He definitely don't need to come back, man. That he's where I don't even know who he would. And he's trying to call out Mayweather. He ain't
Come
done.
on, man. Get out of here. We seen them fight already. We seen both of these fights already. We seen Tyson and Holyfield. We seen De La Hoya and Mayweather. I don't want to see it no more. It's over and done with.
He called out Mayweather because he know that money gonna come with
Yeah,
it.
that's what I'm telling you. Yeah, exactly. So it's gonna be the same thing with Mayweather, right? It's gonna be Tyson gonna bring the bag, Mayweather gonna bring the bag. I don't want to see it.
All right, Justin, man. For all my baseball fans, I don't know who's baseball fans, but opening day is this week. Are you into baseball? Do you care about baseball opening week this week?
I'm not a huge baseball fan, but I mean, I do like the Cubs. I think that it's good, man. It's really good to get people to focus on something besides the pandemic, and to have people out there, looking at games and getting the country back up and running. So I think it's a good thing.
So, Lance, I know you're a baseball fan. Opening day is Thursday. What you looking forward to?
I'm a White Sox fan, man, and I'm mad that my boy Jimenez got hurt, man, on that goofy play, man. We ain't got you out there for your glove, man. You out there for your bat, man. We already know you one of the worst fielders in the league. What are you doing, bro? Now you just messed up the whole season. But it is what it is, though, man. My White Sox young, man, and they coming, man. But that's gonna hurt us, though, man. We needed his bat in the middle of our lineup.
Yes, that Eloy Jimenez is going to be a key.
Hey, you a Cubs fan, right, Al?
I am, but I am a Cubs fan. But like I tell everybody, if Chicago is in the World Series against another team, I'm for Chicago.
I'm the same way. I'm the same way, right? I would root for the Cubs if they was the Cubs in the World Series against anybody else. I'm the same way. But so what y'all management doing, man? Are y'all breaking up the band or y'all gonna pay somebody or what? What y'all doing? I don't understand what's going on over there.
Man, they said it was hemorrhaging money, man. They said they had to, they lost a lot of money in the pandemic. So that's what it was. So,
Everybody lost money, man. The Cubs make money hand over fist, man. Nobody want to hear that. The Cubs make more money than just about everybody, except for maybe the Yankees and the Dodgers or something, man. The Cubs is up there in revenue. I don't want to hear that.
I hear you, man. I feel the same way, man. I'm mad about it too, but that's just what it is. I think that's all I got for rapid fire. The scripture today is 1 Corinthians 13 and 11, 11 and 12, and it talked about. I'm supposed to have it up, but I think I messed it up. But it just talked about when you was a child, you did childish things. Now that you're a grown man, you do things a little different. And I think that scripture can apply to a lot of areas in our life, whether it be just your thought process and things like that. But I'm listening to a series called Paper Chasers, and he's talking about it in a sense of giving and tithing. And he said it was three. He broke it down to three levels of giving. You got tithing is the beginning, the basic level. You got the offering, and then you got a sacrificial offering. If I'm being honest, I'm still at the one stage with the tithing, give a little offering here and there. But the title of the message was "Time to Grow Up," and I thought it was a good message, man. But I encourage people, I will say this. I know when it comes to money, a lot of people get a little leery. A lot of people think church is all about the money, this and that, man. But this guy said one thing which was simple, but it did something for him. He said, tithing is not going to be for everyone. It's only for people that wants to put God first. And I said, whoa, like I never thought about it like that. And that's a reason why a lot of people don't think about tithing a lot, because they don't care about putting God first in their finances. So that I get it now. I'm not, it's not going to be a big deal to a lot of people. But yeah, I had to get it. I don't know. But man, if you want to put God first in your finances, I would say start off with the tithing, man. And if you are past that stage and you got the offering and the sacrificial offering, I think it's totally putting trust in God and time to grow up, even in I give it. So that's the scripture for today. I want to always encourage the people, man, to subscribe to the YouTube page, follow and like us. Follow us on Instagram. You see my brother Lance got the merch on. Yeah, man, you got to send me a pic and make another post, man. But
Gotcha.
always got merch if you want to support the show and purchase your own show, your own merch, your own shirt, or any other merch that we got. Just message me. We can make that happen. Somebody got a business they want to advertise on the show, message me as well, and we gonna get our podcast thing together too. I've been studying that. We're gonna get that together. So I want to thank my guys, man, for coming in, joining us, man. Justin Camper, attorney Justin Camper. Thank you, brother. Lance, thank you for hopping on again with me, man.
Yep.
And we're gonna see y'all next week. I am out.
We lock and load, Alan Pass. It's the Alan Pass Show. Yeah. We lock and load. Come on. It's the Alan Pass Show.